Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2019 Audi A6 diesel model, and today we'll be doing the timing belt on it. This is its first timing belt, and as I'm doing the job I will just go through with you guys step by step. On these A6 models, the timing belt is located at the front of the engine. So in order to start doing the job, you'll have to remove the tire. You'll have to take the wheel arches off on both sides and take the under tray off, and we'll take it from there. Okay, at this stage I've removed the under tray, both front tires and the wheel arch. You don't have to completely take it off, just tuck it into this corner, and this gives you access to a lot more stuff. Okay, in order to take the front bumper off, there's 3 screws that needs to be taken off. There's 2 10mm and 1 T25, and the edge just comes out like that. So there's one that goes here, T25 there, and another 10mm there, and that's on both sides. And then from here everything else is at the top, and then the front bumper should come off. Okay guys, at this stage at the top there's a couple of covers that needs to be taken off: the engine cover, the air pipe, and a couple of covers. So we just need to get access to this area here. That's the timing belt cover, and the timing belt is behind there. The idea is to take the headlights off, the front bumper, and the radiator and the condenser. I just need to lean it forward a little bit to just give us access to the pulleys, the belts, and the covers. Okay, I've taken the front bumper off. In order to take the bumper off, there's 2 screws that holds it, one here and one on this side, and also there's 2 connectors. One is for the parking sensors, and also there's one that goes at the front. Okay, so I've taken both front headlights out, and to take the headlights out there's 4 screws that holds it. One here, one there, and one on the side here. Okay, so most of the things that needed to be taken out is being taken out. The only thing that's left is the front end. We'll have to support underneath and take these couple of T30s, and it's very important to disconnect this coolant pipe from there, because these pipes are very flimsy and it could very easily break. And also there's 1 or 2 coolant pipes that needs to be taken out as well, and that should give us enough room and space to get access to the timing belt. Okay, so I've managed to move the front end a little bit forward. There's 2 screws there, 2 screws on the other side. You'll have to release the clips of the cables, and also there's 4 bolts, 16mm bolts on each side that needs to be taken off. And all you have to do is just lean it forward, and that gives you plenty of space to work and get the timing belt off. Okay, so I've disconnected these pipes, moved these wiring out the way, and also taken the fan belt off as well. And the tensioner is here. You just need to put an extension there and lock it up, and the timing belt cover is ready to come off now. Okay guys, just got access to the timing belt. As you can see, the water pump has been leaking, and you can see all these signs, pink marks are from the water pump been leaking over time. So there's a couple of screws that hold this cover, 1 2 3 4 5, and 1 screw that holds the top cover. And as soon as you take them off, you'll get access to the timing belt, and now we need to just time it up and start taking things off. Okay guys, it's very simple to set the timing on these Audi A6. You just need a 19mm multi-spline socket, and the crankshaft bolt. You need to put this on there, turn it until the camshaft pulley comes around this in this position, and there's a locator right at the back there, and the timing tool slots into that. And as soon as the camshaft is lined up, everything else will line up automatically, like the fuel pump that will line up automatically, and the bottom as well. And also we just need to mark 3 positions: the cam, the fuel pump, and also the crank as well, just in case it moves. Okay, so I've removed the timing belt, the water pump, and the guide pulleys as well. And I've cleaned the water pump housing a little bit just to make sure the new one sits correctly. And also we've ordered the parts from Volkswagen. It's best to just double check all the parts just in case something is wrong. And that is the new set, that's the old one. The water pump has been leaking, as you can see, so we've got a new set. I'm gonna fit it back on and I will show you guys. Okay guys, so I've managed to put the timing belt on, and in order to do that you have to remove this guide pulley that goes in last, and also remove this one as well. Roughly line it up, make sure it's tensioned on this side and it's got a little bit of free play on this side, because the tension is in this side. Once you tension it up, then this side will go rock solid as well, like the other side. And that's it. Okay, so at this stage you need to make sure everything is tight, such as the guide pulleys, the tensioner is tensioned correctly, and the marker is where it needs to be and it's locked. That guide pulley needs to be tight as well, and you need to make sure that the crank is lined up still, the fuel pump as well, and also the cam. And now you're ready to take the timing tool off. Once you take the timing tools off, you need to turn the engine twice clockwise and make sure that those pins go back in, and if that's okay, then everything is done correctly and you're ready to build the car back together and start the car. Okay guys, so I've turned the engine clockwise twice, and I've put the timing tool back on, the cam, the fuel pump, and also the crank as well, and everything has lined up. As you can see, that's lined up, and also that's lined up as well. And it's a good time to check the tensioner and make sure that it's in the correct position. And that's it, so it's all ready to go back together. Okay, I've put the timing belt cover back on, the bottom and the top, and all the screws are nice and tight. I've put these pipes on, just need to put the clip back on. I need to make sure all of this area is nice and tidy, to make sure it's not catching on anything. At this stage, just before you continue putting the front end back on, it's a good idea to check and to make sure the timing is correct. And to do that, there's a dot on the timing cover. As you can see, there's an arrow, and there's one on the crank pulley as well. These two need to be lined up perfectly. If it's lined up, which means that the timing is correct and you're good to go and put everything back on. Okay guys, once you've put the front end back on, need to top up the coolant level, and obviously make sure all the pipes are back on, the coolant pipes. And now is a good time to start the car before you put the front bumper and everything else back on, just to make sure that there's no leaks. And if there is, obviously it's a lot easier to rectify it than putting everything back on and starting again. So we'll start the car now and see and double check everything, make sure there's no leaks. Okay, the car has started, and now we need to send the car up and to make sure everything is fine and nothing is leaking. And obviously top up the coolant as we go along, and also put the heater on, make sure that the coolant is circulating. And that's it. So after double checking everything, we can build everything back up and this car is ready to go. Okay guys, we're coming to the final stages of this job. I've had the vehicle running for over 10 minutes now and there's no leaks, which means that we can build everything else back on and ready to road test the vehicle. So to put everything else back on, it's in reverse order. Just need to put the front bumper, the wheel arches, under tray and the wheels on, and we are ready to road test the car to make sure the heating is working and to make sure everything runs smoothly. And so that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you.